Hey y'all, I hope everyone's doing well. It's been a little bit since I've done an update because life. So I wanted to jump on real fast and kind of update the last couple of weeks. First of all, I hope everyone had a wonderful Thanksgiving. Today is December 2nd, so we're coming right off of the long weekend, holiday weekend for Thanksgiving, and going straight into the Advent season and Christmas and all of those fun things. So I hope everyone is doing well this time of year. I know it's been a crazy year. So if you are just jumping on and you've never been to my channel, my name is Rebecca, and I've been documenting my battle with breast cancer over the course of 2024. I was diagnosed in January. It started in January of 24 with stage 3 breast cancer. I'm HER2 positive, estrogen, progesterone negative. It's invasive ductal carcinoma, and DCIS was my diagnosis. So I've been documenting that over the last year, and I had chemotherapy, the TCHP regimen, which was really hard, and I've had multiple surgeries, and I am now in the thick of radiation, and I still do targeted therapy, immunotherapy every 21 days. So that's the short end of my diagnosis. All of that stuff is broken down in other videos, but for purposes of this video, I am in the middle of radiation. I am leaving, actually, my cancer center right now. My plan has 25 sessions of radiation, and I have 9 left. So that is very exciting. I have been doing it. It's Monday through Friday, but last week was a little bit different because of the holidays. Excuse me. So I did not have it on Thursday or Friday of last week. But I should be done. I have two more weeks. So this week and then next Friday should be my last one. That's what we're thinking. So that's good. So I think from my last video to this video, there are some updates regarding radiation. I think I documented the first 2 weeks or so, and at that point, I really hadn't had any crazy side effects. So that was really great, kind of going through that without having the side effects. Last week, that started to change. And let me just preface this with saying side effects with the chemo and the radiation, totally different. If you watch some of my videos, especially towards the end of chemo, I thought I was going to die. And I think that that's a feeling I'll never ever forget. And it was really, really terrible. But I got through it, and you can get through it too if you're going through it. If you feel that way right now, I totally understand that feeling, and it is really, really hard. And but you can do it. You can get through it on the other side. And what I will say is the good thing, or a positive, that comes out of that feeling is how it can get really, really bad. So all of the other side effects that I've had with other treatments, I don't want to say it's like a walk in the park or minimize any of it, because it's not easy. Getting treatment for cancer is not easy in any stage, I don't think. But right now with the radiation side effects, even though it's not easy and it's irritating, I haven't felt like I felt on my darkest days of the chemo. And I'm very, very grateful for that, because it just helps me keep it in perspective. So where I am is the side effects started last week. So that would have been week 3, probably 10 I'm trying to think of like how I was probably in like number 12 session wise, maybe between 10 and 12. Last Monday, I really I knew that I needed to talk to my radiation oncologist about the side effects. And so those side effects are that I have had, besides fatigue, which that is a real thing. I get tired really, really easily now. And this time of year, that is a bummer, because it's the holiday season and I have 3 young kids and there's so much going on. There's so many things that I want to do. Even with work, I've gotten back in the swing with work, and there's so many things that I want to do. And then by the end of the day, I'm just exhausted. So I'm in bed early every night. I feel like I don't necessarily sleep well because of the, all of the things coming back from the surgery, and all of that, which is separate from the radiation. So I don't really sleep that well, but I'm in bed and I'm trying to go to sleep because the fatigue is there. But what I have noticed, and I had to talk to my radiation oncologist about last week, was I've started noticing the skin changes. It started off where, so let me just preface this. Right when I started radiation, my radiation oncologist had mentioned, well, if issues start to happen, we have a cream that we can give you that will help. But, Aquaphor, things like that will also help. So I started with Aquaphor, putting it on my whole chest wall area, this whole right quadrant area of my body. And Aquaphor is greasy and gross, but it helps. And so I was putting that on every day. So it wasn't like I wasn't putting anything on. I was putting Aquaphor on. What I started noticing at first was like my chest area right here, became itchy, and it started getting a little bit darker. But I really noticed it was just irritated, itchy, irritated. I want to scratch it. It's almost like I don't know how to describe it. If you scratched it, there would be sores, but there's no sores. Just uncomfortable. And so that I started noticing that probably last Monday. And I knew that I was going to talk to my radiation oncologist about it. But also what I started noticing was that underneath my armpit and my side just felt kind of burned, just raw maybe. And so I talked to him about it, and I really like him. He's really funny. He did kind of make a comment he didn't realize I hadn't gotten the cream prescription yet, but whatever. He prescribed it, I got it, and I've been putting it on. I still feel all of those things. I actually, it's interesting because I had radiation last Wednesday, but I didn't have it Thursday or Friday. And what I've noticed throughout that weekend is that the feeling under my armpit, the redness, things like that, actually kind of got worse, even though I wasn't getting radiation. And that's what they said to expect. I know that my radiation oncologist mentioned when I first started all of this, you might get through this whole treatment, 5-6 week treatment, and 2 weeks after you're done, you look burned. And so I can see how that's probably going to happen, because I kind of feel that way that happened this past weekend. So that's fun. The other part of all of that is I still have extreme weakness in my right arm, and I can't lift my arm up high. I'm not sure if I mentioned this before, but I've been going to the lymphedema clinic, and I don't have lymphedema, but they're treating me occupational therapy or physical therapy to try to get my range of motion back in my arm. Originally it was both of my arms. My left arm is seems to be pretty good right now, but my right arm is not getting really any better. I can't lift it very high, and at the last session that I had, she indicated that she thinks that I have cording, and the problem with that is I can't treat the cording because of the radiation, and my skin is so sensitive. And what I also have noticed is the movements and little exercises that I'm supposed to be doing. It's hard for me to do that right now because I'm burnt. I feel like I'm burnt. I'm not really burnt, but it feels, maybe I am. I don't know. It's just not, I'm just very sore and tender, and I've been told to be very careful about that with regard to movement so that I don't compromise my skin any more than it already is. So my point of all of that is I still have all of that, those issues. And so my husband helps me get the cream on because I can't really reach very well, and I can't really do it myself in certain spots. So he has helped me with that, and I, you know, he's a trooper. He's had to help me a lot over the last year. I'm very grateful and blessed for that. So that was one crazy fun, not really fun, a side effect from radiation that I've noticed. The other one is I have started to notice that when I swallow or eat, that it feels like my throat's closing up, and that is not fun either. I can still eat, I can still drink. It's not painful. It almost feels like, you know, when you have allergies and your throat closes, and it's like I need to take a Benadryl or something. So I talked to my radiation oncologist about that. He said that that was normal, and he's written me a prescription for a magic mouthwash. Because of the way that it fell when I got that prescription and everything being closed, I'm not going to get that magic mouthwash until tomorrow, because it's got compounded medicine, and I can get that at my center, and I'm going to have an infusion tomorrow. So, and it's bearable, but it's starting to get a little bit worse. So that's just something I'm keeping an eye on. And he said that was a side effect of radiation. So, yeah, that's basically been how it is. I think the fatigue is probably the toughest, just because of life and wanting to be able to do more. But I am starting to, I'm sore from the radiation. I'm starting to get that way. So I feel like the next 2 weeks might be, not the funnest. But it's almost over, because I just finished one today, and I have 9 more days. So we're getting there. The needle is moving in the right direction. And I just have to be grateful for that. And I can get through all of this, even when it's annoying. I'd rather deal with all of these little annoyances now than have a recurrence. And that's what I'm going to do. Try to do everything that I can do. Yeah, so that is my latest. Oh, and so like I mentioned, I have an infusion tomorrow, and then I'll have an infusion on. It was supposed to be on Christmas Eve, but they are closed on Christmas Eve, so it is going to be on New Year's Eve. So that's just how it will fall out. They pushed it back another week. So I have 2 more infusions for this calendar year, and then I have infusions every 21 days going into the new year, and I think that it should end in May. So that is my latest treatment update. On a personal note, we have 3 beautiful children, and we're getting into the Christmas spirit. It's so fun. It's just fun to watch the joy in your kids' eyes. We started Advent calendars and Advent stories yesterday, and I have a almost 2-year-old. He'll be 2 at the end of February. 21 months. Kids, they're all running together. My little boy. So he's really kind of experiencing all of this for the first time. that he can, really react, and that is fun, and my girls are just loving celebrating with him. So we have a lot of things coming up this month, and Christmas performances at schools, and that we're gonna go see the Nutcracker next weekend with well, actually, that's not true. In 2 weeks. This weekend coming up, we have a softball tournament, and it's freezing cold, so that's not going to be, it'll be fun, but it'll be freezing. And then the following weekend, we go see the Nutcracker every year, my mom and my girls and I. It's Girls' Day, and that's fun. So we just have a lot of things that we're doing to celebrate the end of this year, and trying to make it special because it's been such a tough one. And, yeah, so all of that stuff keeps me positive because it's exciting. It's my favorite time of year. So, all right. Well, I hope everyone is doing well. And like I said, I just wanted to give a quick update. I'll try to do better about filming the updates. It's just been kind of a crazy couple of weeks. So that's the delay in this one. But I hope everyone had a blessed Thanksgiving, and everyone's getting into the holiday Christmas spirit going into December. And this year is almost over, y'all, and I am so grateful for it. I'm so grateful for it. And it's been a long one. Okay, if you aren't subscribed to my channel, I would encourage you or welcome you to subscribe to keep up with these updates. And if you're going through a cancer diagnosis, or you just got diagnosed and everything just seems tough right now, you can do this. I'm praying for you. If I can ever help, just shoot me a message. I hope my videos bring you encouragement. It's tough, but you can get through it. And we have a great physician, a great Lord that helps us stay focused on what's really important. So, yeah. All right. Have a blessed day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.